What's going on, everybody? Today we got, I think, a fire video on our hands today because we're going to be cleaning off the whole entire gaming setup, which is somewhat atrocious. As in wire management, it just needs to be cleaned. We need to do something with it. Also, we got a surprise coming probably a little bit later in the video that you guys will see, which is why this is also happening. So I figured, why not turn on the camera and video it? So anyway, today we are going to be pretty much wiping off whole entire desk. Might try to rework some things on the desk on how it's oriented now. But yeah. And then the big surprise, which I am super excited for. Yeah, I can't wait, and then show maybe a little bit of a POV of the layout of the office. It's definitely changed a bit. Gonna add some new things. Again, it's pretty much almost a complete office. I got like one little wall. There's this back wall over here. Needs to just kind of have some stuff around it, but otherwise, it's a pretty complete ass office, if I'm gonna say so myself. But anyway, let's get into the video and let's try and clean this up, as in clean all of it off my desk. Let's get to it. Okay, baby, this is what we are working with. So we got the main PC over here, triple monitor setup, technically the vertical monitor, which is for like Discord and Spotify, and then sometimes my chat. Then main monitor is what we game on. Then we have stream PC, second PC, or not second PC, second monitor for the stream PC. Normally my OBS and everything goes up there. I just kind of have whatever on my laptop. It's my stream PC. As you can see, we got SCUF controller, high ground keyboard and mouse pad, Logitech, all the Elgato products to make everything look cool. You can see there's lots of cables, and it's just kind of all over the place. And then you get actually underneath. Yeah, I tried, but as you can see, I didn't do such a good job. So hopefully we can, Okay, and she is pretty much cleaned off. These cables are just gonna get reworked, so don't worry about those. But yeah, mostly everything's off. Again, gonna be managing those, and then this is literally everything that just came out of the desk. So a lot more than what I thought. Granted, though, it's because we're also streaming, so I need other equipment, as in stream capture card, need a webcam, just some other jazz stuff. So that's kind of why there's a lot more cables than what I expected. Granted, though, half of those will be going bye-bye, which is great, because half that stuff was just stuff that I unplugged, but just never undid the cable management. So it kind of works. So now it's time to open up what I told you guys earlier was going to be in the video, which is pretty much the reason why we're doing this little desk overhaul in the office. So let's go grab that and unbox it. Alright, so this is the package that we're going to unbox for the new gaming setup. Alright, what we're looking at here is a new PC, baby. Let's get into it. Oh, here we go, baby. This is the all-white PC. A dream I've had for 5-6 years that I wanted to get originally when I got my first PC, but I didn't want to spend the extra money on it. I didn't have the extra money at that time, but hey, we have a job, we are working, we have money, so we make dumb decisions. Is this a dumb decision? No, it's not, because my PC was old, so it was time for an upgrade. Okay, and here she is fully unboxed. Bro, they did such a great job with wire management. The all white PC looks clean as shit. Now it's time to put everything back together. So, we're gonna put everything back together on the office, including a new PC. Now, the bigger question is it going to go there? Or is it gonna go back in its spot back here where it's hidden? I don't know. I'm gonna play around with it because we got all the time in the world to make sure this baby is gonna be primed and ready to climb the ranks in Call of Duty, Valorant, CS, Arc Raiders, other games I can't think about, but all of those games, baby. This is gonna get me there. And we're gonna be streaming again, so I'll make sure my Twitch is linked down below. But comment down below if you guys, low key, mess with the all white. Cause I do. I really do. And I'm curious to see what this is gonna look like whenever I first boot it on, so let's get this desk setup back to the way it was. And yeah, let's get to it. The setup is put back together, baby. And I mean, definitely looks a lot cleaner. Still gotta tidy up some of the cables there, but I kind of forgot I don't have like the cable management stuff. I have no clue where that went. So same thing with the bottom. Again, those are all grouped together into one, that all grouped together into one, and then I have a thing coming to put the power strip in, so should be good there. Then this should be pretty much cleaned up now, and I'm happy with what I got. So now is the moment of truth. If my PC turns on, I was gonna power test it first, but I said, screw it, let me just put everything back together. So, okay, there she is. Where's the power button? Here we go. Oh shoot. Hold on. I need to put you guys. Okay. I forgot to flip the power switch on the back. Okay, I figured out where the power button is. Literally, there's a little power symbol there, but that's not the power button. So, here's the power button. Alright, moment of truth again. Oh shit. Here's what she looks like inside. Damn, she be looking clean. Alright. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It's turning on to my... Well, this is gonna be a fun time trying to set this up. Alright, I'm gonna set this up real quick, and then I'll tell you what's actually in the PC now. Bet. Okay, so as we can see, it has my upside down monitor to start doing. So now I have to do flight controls, aka I gotta invert everything. So what down is up, up is down. So this is going to be a fun little setup. It's probably gonna piss me off a lot, but we're gonna manage because we got a new PC, baby. Let's go. The PC turned on, as you can see, and everything, the initial setup stuff is now finally finished. So now I gotta go install all the software, all the games, and all the extra jazz. So this is gonna take a minute, but as you can see, Paradox Customs, which I ended up going with a pre-build versus building it myself. I was originally going to, again, I keep saying this, that, I was originally going to, do it myself. But at the end of the day, right now with GPU pricing and RAM pricing, and just right now the PC market is just a bit of a, higher pricing for a lot of the components. And for what I kind of spec'd on PC Part Picker and Micro Center, pretty much this pre-build I got from Paradox Customs was either the same or if not a little bit cheaper. So I was like, okay, why not save a little bit of money? And two, let's just say, something goes bad to where, cables came in wrong, or, I got a bad graphics card, motherboard, whatever, to where then I have to reach out, to the company being like, hey, I got a faulty product and I need you guys to send me a new one, and I gotta wait who knows how long to, to get that stuff in. So that's pretty much kind of why, another reason why I went with the pre-build route. Just so, again, I'm assuming if, stuff was faulty there, they're just gonna be the ones just to handle it and, call it a day, versus me doing it. So that's another reason why. And then three, Paradox Customs. Again, I did a little bit of digging. Haven't heard any really bad reviews on any of their PCs. They do a lot of sponsorships. This is not sponsored, but they've sponsored a lot of streamers and gamers that I watch. Which I end up using code Formal. I know that they just did a little deal with Formal, Optic Formal. So I ended up using his code. But so hey Formal, if you watch this, I got you. But anyway, but yeah, I haven't heard anything bad about them. So I ended up going with Paradox Customs for the PC build, and we'll see what how it turns out from like a month to 6 months to a year from now. Because again, my old PC, lasted 6 years. It could probably still run for me for maybe another 2 years max until I'd really have to start either upgrading the PC or just getting a new one. But I had the budget and everything, so I said screw it and let's get a new PC. So that's where we're at. So now we're gonna download all the shit I need to download, and then I'll come back, pretty much give the PC specs, give a little quick update tour with the office, and then that'll be it. So let's get to it. So let's just pan the video again. Productivity setup, then just panning around to the office, which, it's coming together. Currently trying to re-download Call of Duty. That's going a lot faster than I thought. But, I mean, as you can see, the office, I think, is pretty complete. Again, the only thing I gotta figure out what to put is just stuff up there. But otherwise, like, I don't foresee, I don't foresee anything else kind of being put in here. It's pretty much done because there's nothing put on this wall because no one's gonna ever see it. So otherwise, that's about it. So let's get into giving the specs on, again, just... Oh, babies, you look so pretty. Get the specs on that, and then we're gonna wrap up the video. Okay, so the specs on the PC are a Be Quiet Light base 500 LT white case. We have an AMD Ryzen 7 7800X 3D CPU. We have a Gigabyte B850 Elite Ice motherboard, also in white. We have an MSI Mag Core Light A13 360 liquid cooler white. Why did they make these names so freaking long? As our CPU cooler. Our RAM, we have 2 sticks of 16 gigabyte RAM of 6000 megahertz. Then we have a 2 terabyte SSD. Our graphics card of choice is a white MSI NVIDIA RTX 5070 Ti. Was gonna go with the 5080. I just didn't want to spend an extra $400 on the 5080, so we have 5070 Ti. We have a 750 watt power supply. I added 3 extra fans to it just to give it a little bit more cooling power. And otherwise, that's about it. I'm not gonna tell you how much it cost, but I feel like if you just kind of look everything up, you can figure it out yourself. Again, it wasn't super bad for, what the market is right now. But like I said, I had a 6-year-old PC. Some things were lagging, or just games weren't running, as optimal as they should be. Again, could have gotten another year or 2 out of it. Yeah, probably. Am I going to try and sell it? Yeah, so if anyone wants my old PC, I'm looking anywhere between like 700 to 1,000. So hit me up in the comments if you want to buy my PC, my old PC. But otherwise, I'm freaking happy with the new PC. I'm happy with the way that, again, I kind of reorganized the gaming setup. Again, I still need to get some a little cable management, just some ties, zip ties, and some cable holders. Just kind of clean everything up a little bit. But otherwise, it's looking way better than what it was this morning. So I'm extremely happy with that. But otherwise, that's going to do it here for today's video. Again, it may have been a lot of yapping, but hey, you do a lot of yapping because we're excited and passionate, and I don't care. But anyway, like, subscribe, comment, helps the channel grow. We're currently at like Zippo subscribers, so hey, anyone that subscribes, likes, follows, whatever, it helps me out, helps the channel out, because we're trying to grow. But anyway, I will catch y'all on another one, so peace.